봄바야 좋아해 널 좋아해 위한 노래를 깊게 더 빠지게 락타 I want a stranger I'm not a danger 이런들 어떠니 I don't even care I'll be the good girl baby it's that easy
Hello there, welcome to this video. As the title suggests, I will be naming my favorite K-pop girl groups from the years 2010 through 2020. This is not a my favorite girl group debut of each year video. I don't choose my favorite based on how well I liked their debut that year. Instead I choose based on how much their craft has appealed to me throughout their career. I would also like to point out that I don't have much knowledge on the second and third gen idols. So for the older girl groups, I listened to their title tracks to see if their discography would be within my taste. I ended up knowing about all the serious talent that was around before I became a K-pop stan. That's all for now, let's get into the video. Discovering 9 Muses during my research for this video came to be an extremely pleasant surprise. Out of all the girl groups that I became aware of in 2010 like Sister, Missa and Girls' Day, 9 Muses were the ones who held my attention the best. This was due partially to music that genuinely aligned with my taste. I found myself enjoying a heavy majority of their title tracks. From what I listened to, Drama and Dolls are my favorites because of their retro influence. I'm into retro a lot. Their concept is another reason as to why I was enamored by 9 Muses. Although their concept was not stagnant and was diversified many times, they seemed to always present an aura that felt strong and empowering. That boldness of theirs would have definitely appealed to me back in 2010. My 8-year-old self would have looked up to them, since the younger me had always felt inspired by women who present themselves in such a way. For 9 Muses and a few other girl groups from the early 2010s, I did not dive into their personalities, so I'm not sure how much they would have appealed to me as individuals. Nevertheless, I'm sold. It was only this year that I started paying attention to A-Pink. I became aware of them in 2018, a while after I had just gotten into K-pop, but I wasn't invested back then. The same kind of goes for right now, since I'm really just a very casual fan. In spite of that, they're the only girl group from 2011 that I listen to, and that's because of their music. Ever since I've known them, which was during the I'm So Sick era, they have always released the song of the year and then dipped, but it's the impact we are talking about here. Their most recent album, Look, gave A-Pink a major boost up my stan list. I severely enjoyed it, like they got bops yow. Also, their newer concepts, which are more mature yet still very feminine, are a nice breath of fresh air in what has become a very girl crush oriented industry. It also helps that I really like Bomi and Yoongi. A-Pink has my respects for being one of the very few idol groups from the second generation of K-pop to still be relevant. So Spica are another group I only recently discovered and explored, yet in my short time knowing them, they were able to captivate me. Spica stood out to me the most for their vocals. They have them in abundance and these ladies know how to use them. One of the members, Boa, especially amazed me with her vocal strength. Vocal credits go to all the members though, because every single one of them upheld a good technique. Spica ranked the highest on my list for another reason being that they remind me of Mamamoo, my favorite girl group. Both groups do well with the retro sound, and their images are built off of being mature women who make music for such an audience. The near resemblance to Mamamoo may have made me biased, but that's okay, because their music backs things up. With vocals like that, there is no way their music wasn't good. I enjoyed most of the songs of theirs that I listened to, even though they don't have a whole lot due to unstable management. As of now, I will gather my spica crumbs through 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬, a freshly debuted duo made up of 2 former spica members, Boa and Bo Young.
쏟아져 내려 터지는 빗방울에 놀라 그대는 이를 피하죠 외면하지 마 You cause the rain.
So I actually don't know a lot about Ladies Code, a few basics here and there, but they are not a group that I'm super knowledgeable about, and that's fine, because despite how mysterious they feel, Ladies Code dropped my jaw through their immaculate, let me repeat that, immaculate musicality, like wow the flavor the iconery, is that a word, lol. Ladies Code feel like another breath of fresh air, but with something richer and more exquisite to it. Gosh, I just drooled over music. Their song The Rain, to me, is a wonderful example of what I mean. If you haven't listened to it, please do yourself a favor and check it out. I doubt you will leave unsatisfied. So yes, Ladies Code's music is why they stole 2013 for me. I would like to add that their vocals are a great cherry on top. Sojin has one of the most unique and beautifully structured vocals I've ever heard. I almost got chills listening to her. It's a shame their future direction and music isn't stable. They seem like such a force to be reckoned with.
다들 난리가 나 난리가 나 Go go baby Tell me what you inside Dress code bring 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 No I mix and match 빼지 말고 drum Go go baby
I mean,
talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before, unafraid to reference or not reference, put it in a blender, shit on it, vomit on it, eat it, give birth to it.
Mamamoo, as artists, are spectacular and revolutionary. No, I don't take criticism on that. I can't forget how much they intrigued me when I was exploring the K-pop world for the first time. They were the first K-pop girlies to appeal to me that strongly, and were the first girl group in general that I was able to actually call myself a fan of. It's no secret how much talent Mamamoo exudes, both as a powerful quartet and as 4 individual musicians. I love Mamamoo for an array of reasons, but I cannot deny the fact that their music is my favorite thing about them. Ever so rarely do these women disappoint me with their music. I feel pride in being an appreciator of Mamamoo's older music approach, where they incorporated a lot of retro sounds like jazz and funk. That was a huge side of their music that pulled me in, because as I have mentioned earlier, I love me some retro. Their newer music doesn't tone things down, however. I'm still enthralled by the newer Mamamoo sound. Now I can't talk about Mamamoo and not mention their vocals. Child, I already feel that sense of pride coming back up. Mamamoo are probably the most capable girl group as of now when it comes to strong vocal delivery, but the pop community already knows that. It's hard not to be amazed by their voices and how well they carry their notes. Solar has the power and range, Hwas has the husk and sexiness, and Wheein, oh my god, Wheein has my favorite voice in K-pop. When I talk about honey and softness, I'm really talking about Wheein's voice. She's got a commendable range, because she can also hit some high ass notes. God, I love her. And even our rapper has a very nice voice. Speaking of rappers, Moonbile is one of the best female rappers in K-pop. Absolutely no cap detected. I really don't think she gets enough credit for her craft. Music aside, I really am in love with the girls for their charming personalities. Part-time comedians over here. They're also great role models due to the messages they share on body positivity, sexuality, and self-worth. Even though I do get ruffled over a few Hwasa feathers, I appreciate and love every single one of them. I think I might be in this moo shit for life. CLC was another girl group that caught my attention as a new K-pop stan. Black Dress had just came out, and I swear you could see me in the back of the music video set crying when Sungaein performed her dance break. I loved the bold and empowering vibe I got from CLC's newer sound, and I was so close to stanning them. Honestly, it still stings to see that CLC still aren't getting enough credit for how good they are. Their recognition has went up since Hobgoblin, but it's not close to where it should be for such talented and appealing girls. CLC as a musical piece are great. I enjoy their music to an extent. I wouldn't say they are one of my favorite girl groups, because the majority of their songs have yet to leave me in a body bag somewhere. That may be due to me not having taste, or to the fact that I still have a lot of CLC's discography left to explore. The CLC members are also so, and I mean so likable. That's another reason as to why I like them. Quick but very important reminders, 𝐭𝐚 is a phenomenal dancer and I will do anything for her, my queen. The vocals in the group did not come to play. I'm looking directly at you, 𝐭𝐚. You can't spell visuals without CLC, by the way. Literally, why are they all so pretty? In conclusion, I'm highly anticipating that CLC world domination.
이제 너희 하나 둘 셋 how you like that? You gon' like that? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. How you like that?
So my relationship with Blackpink feels a bit complicated. I don't stand them like that, because they don't cater to my music taste at the moment. However, I can't let go of the fact that my middle school self would have fallen in love with their image. It's like that part of me refuses to retract its influence on my current interests, and so I can't not like Blackpink's sound even just a little bit, and that's honestly fine, because I'd probably be missing out on a few things. Their music is not my favorite, yet I know them better and like their stuff more than the other girl groups that came out of 2016, so here we are. While I do enjoy all their title tracks, I'm not a fan of their B-sides, which to me is what defines what a group's discography is like, so that's awkward. Unless we talk about Kick It, which really spells out God's tier in like 7 languages. I love that song. I know that the other reason as to why Blackpink are in my number 1 spot here is because I really like the girls a lot. Blackpink off stage are so refreshing and feel like some really cool older sisters with great personalities. This is a bit cheesy, but Blinks are really lucky to have them. On top of that, we've got the rap queens, the vocal majesties, and Miss Lisa is a local dance goddess. Heavenly. If you have nothing better to do, go check out Blackpink. 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 are actually on my list of girl groups to stan. I've liked all their releases since debut, so why not just stan already? Trust, I want to. Their B-sides are good and poppers need to be aware of that, especially since these girls apparently coined the term teen crush before it got a bit more popularized, and they do it so well. I don't have much to say about 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 as of now, except for Yujin is one of the most talented all-rounders in K-pop. Ellie snaps way too many times. 𝐭𝐚 deserves attention for her vocals. Lucy can have my heart and Lua can grab whatever's left of it. To be honest, I still have to get to know the girls and other stuff about them before committing myself to the cult. But yeah, please go check them out if you're into really good teen crush concepts with a few twists here and there. I genuinely had to hold back the urge to bark when I realized it was time to talk about LOONA. Gosh, can we just have a moment of silence for the most intriguing and creatively structured rookies of the 4th generation? Period. LOONA feels almost otherworldly to me when I think about their concepts and how much work was put into how they became to be. Orbits may hate Jadon Jiang, but damn, I have to give him props for his innovative ideas. LOONA delivers nothing but all the bops. Seriously, if you haven't listened to LOONA yet, I'm literally begging you to click off this video and go listen to something from them, whether that be a solo work or the group projects. Then come back over here with tears brimming your eyes and leave a comment about how LOONA changed your life. Wow, I love how passionate I'm about a group that I don't even stan yet. Emphasize on that part, please. so the music is good as hell. Favorite and Eclipse absol by the way. But the members. Gosh, I love women. Luna members breathe a different kind of air. They're extremely entertaining to watch, and they literally produce memes. We love to hear it, and may I just comment on the talent in this group. Jesus. They've literally got it all, and I'm blown away. Now that I'm done simping. Stan Luna. I'm not the hugest fan of its music. They definitely don't make music for me, but I cannot ignore how much I enjoy their title tracks. I don't know if it's the uniqueness that I vibe with the most or the fantastic and tight body breaking choreographies, but I can't not pay attention to it. See, they do be doing that. It may also be the whole teen crush concept they've got going on. It's one of my favorites in pop, and dare I say it, see do it best. A fun fact about me, I will bend over for dancers. No, but seriously, I love dancing, and so I'm naturally drawn to people who go off, so it's really no surprise that I have an appreciation for it. See, pretty much the entire group makes up the dance line. That's incredible. This and the likability of each girl in the group are what catapulted ITZY up to this spot. They're also really the only rookies out of like 3 from 2019 that I really care to listen to. I feel like this is too short, but believe me, I do like ITZY. I mean, they've got EAG, so what's not to like? I kinda want to use that Lady Gaga meme again for this segment, because Irene and 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 did not have to snap like that. I don't know if I'm saying this too soon, but Irene and 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 are what I look for in a girl group. They are the blueprint. Musically, I'm obsessed. The ladies just debuted like 5 minutes ago, but were able to put out a top tier, no skip mini album. How I wish it was full length. The way I'm not even surprised that the music is really good. They're from Red Velvet, for goodness sake, another group I'm musically in love with. I truly believe that Irene and 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬's music was specially handmade for me. It encapsulates all the vibes I want and need in music. I wish I could translate exactly how much their musical direction satisfied me. Wow. And remember my comment from earlier about dancers? I might astral project without being aware of it if I get into how freaking awesome this pair are at dance, so I'm gonna move on. I do like 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 and Irene as individuals as well, since I know them from Red Velvet obviously. Honestly, when SM debuted as subunit, they were really setting up every other girl group. Irene and 𝐭𝐚𝐠𝐬 raised the bar, and it's going to be hard for another rookie girl group to top them and become my favorite this year. And that concludes today's video. Thank you so much for your time. If you stayed this long, and even if you didn't, your support means a lot, and I don't ever want to forget it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and support the good causes around you. Have a good rest of the day.